you're attracted to Andrew.
I'm attracted to Andrew.
Hello and welcome to Lord Lukan. Grab your ankles and brace for impact because we're back for more love during lockup. We'll be upping Ayona's daily dose of cope.
Her attitude and everything just irritated the hell out of me.
I know the feeling. Then Shonta made some fun noises about some stuff.
she definitely got in my bag. Ski.
And hold on to your pants, because Creepy Rick is gonna sing us a song. Top of the morning to my sweet potato pie, and big love to those who've subscribed, you beautiful people, and a raspberry mojito for the members of the Lukan Manor, and a little red carpet for the return of Lady Beachy. Faults, my little muffin, are like fingers. If you haven't got at least 10 of them, there's probably something wrong with you. Some people have faults which are mostly biological. Some have faults with gravity. Some have faults which are brought on by other faulty people. Some place the fault squarely on the boogie. And if you don't have any of those problems, then, maybe you've just got kids. Ayona, however, is somebody who clearly doesn't have faults, because she's overflowing with everybody else's, apparently. And in today's episode, she's on a mission that she chose to accept because, well, it's a bit more interesting than the actual plotline. It's a story of love, loss, and even a bit of ASMR. And it's visit day, and after putting that judge firmly in her place for being all attitudey, by just asking to continue the case next week, and not allowing someone to give their kid breakfast during a live court session, good job the child is as old as she is. I mean, could you imagine if she decided to flop out a booby for a spot of lunch? Anyway, all she needs to do is show up on time. So let's see her hustle.
I only get 3 hours, and now I'm like...
Light speed movements there. With that kind of amazing going on, I bet she's gonna nail this challenge. Well, it was a bit more Benny Hill than Keith Sutherland.
That's just how Ayana's always been.
If I was an hour late for my lover and had to drop off the kids, don't think I'd be fanning about the place, sauntering between stops.
Would there be anything else?
Yes, do you have a Miss Piggy?
Along the way, Ayona is still reeling from the experience with the judge.
Because you went to school and got this corny-ass piece of paper that says you're this person.
Yeah, that corny-ass piece of paper, which means you get to wield that corny-ass gavel. Well, that's studying really hard to get somewhere. I mean, who do you think you are? Someone who sits in a big chair and makes decisions about people's lives? Yeah, whatever. But I think Lexi might be onto something.
Reality doesn't click to her. I don't know how else to put it.
Ah, I see what you're saying. She's just a bit of an entitled bitch with the need of an attitude augmentation. But don't worry, Lexi has advice.
Think about what the worst is to come. It might not happen.
Yeah, cheers. I was totally fine until I started visualizing the worst thing that could happen. That's like giving someone advice to look down when you're up really high. But it's all the truck's fault,
This truck is really playing.
I think it's more of a case that this didn't depart this on time. And then comes that crazy space-time anomaly that we all experience at some time. I call it the sat-nav paradox, where you think you're actually getting somewhere, but...
How did it say 2:18? We started at 2:13.
I know, it's like you take ages and it gets longer or something. Weird.
How the are we at 2:18? Or what the
That, of course, leads to sat-nav trauma, which I think Lex is experiencing right now. How is the time getting longer? And they arrive in prison just a measly 2 hours late.
Sit.
And you know what prison workers love? They love to be told what to do by random angry people.
I'm going to go see my man, and you're going to step in between that. You're going to hear my mouth. I don't care.
And so she goes in to wave her entitlement around, and we'll be back later on to find out how that goes for her.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, we go limping over to Vegas to to see simping Andy, Pandy and Candice. And it's sad time for Andy because it looks like Candice may have to stay in the halfway house.
Really wish they would have approved the apartment and the new address, but...
Have you noticed the seats in the new truck have the black widows on them? You know, just thought I'd mention it. Certainly wouldn't be some kind of foreshadowing at all, would it? So the halfway guy says...
He told me I don't even have to stay here. Just text him every day. I can stay at the apartment.
And that sounds totally legit. Let's totally not double check that at all. Why do I have the feeling that the guy was chewing a toothpick and flipping a coin when he was telling her that? So they go back to Candice's new pad, and as they reach the bedroom, Andy Pandy hears those words he's been longing to hear.
Yes. I really want some fried chicken.
Yeah, go make me a sandwich, Pandy. But don't worry, Intercourse fans, he may have struck out right now, but a little dinner, some candles, and some good old-fashioned wooing will warm her little goggles.
I would like to go lay down.
Oh, there you go, Andy. You can almost see the glee flush his face as he contemplates what he's done and, keeps checking out her boobies when he's talking to her.
This is just the start of...
Long-term sexual frustration?
This is just the start of...
The end?
This is just the start of a great life together.
Yeah.
Not sure what I'm least convinced by, that Louis bag he broke the strap on or that yeah that she gave him.
Yeah.
But what about the future? Do you really think these two have longevity at all? What do you think, Candice?
Because I could really imagine myself settling down with someone who was so stable.
Who was so stable? Stable like him, but not actually him? Someone a bit like him, but, a bit more exciting. So they get to the bedroom and the chemistry is undeniable. Then there's a little moment when she says...
So,
He's like, yeah, what, me? Hello? Bless him. Pillsbury's moment is about to come and she tells him what position she likes.
let's just, sleep, one here and one here for now. And then as I get more comfortable, we can, cuddle and stuff.
Yeah, the you over there nowhere near me position. Good job. Did anyone else, notice, the sentence, which was about 90% like? And of course, Pandy is over the moon about spending $12K on a pair of swollen testicles. But it's all fine, because Andy lives in the land of cope and glory.
She hasn't slept with anybody in over 2.5 years, and it's something that I can't rush.
Sure, yeah, okay. I bet if the guy wasn't quite as, you, then she'd have been pucked more times than Steve-O in a Hummer with Henry Rollins. Then the producer asked Candice if she's actually attracted to Andy, and we get the kind of answer we knew we'd get, but may not have thought she'd fail so badly at hiding it.
Are you attracted to Andrew?
I'm attracted to Andrew.
And with that, it's Betty Bye time, so off they go so that Candice can fall asleep like a little baby while Andy lays there staring at her. Yeah, you get back over to your side, mister. And while those lovebirds maintain a 6-foot zone of proximal development, see, I can do highbrow jokes too, We're off now to see what Joey and Michael are up to. But today it's sad because Joey's mum was taken to hospital.
Just say goodbye.
Yeah, alright, Leonardo DiCaprio. Lovely bit of acting. Got to say the lack of tears was a bit disappointing, but, not a bad effort. And the only other thing worth talking about in this section was this bit.
I'm torn because of all these red flags, and then it's like these big steps are coming where...
Who the hell actually keeps the last micro slice from a frozen pizza and then goes to the effort of putting it in a Ziploc? And these M&Ms, you could tell some of them have been sitting there for ages because they've become discoloured. So I guess they just chuck some fresh ones on the top. See, this is the kind of super detailed review you came to the Lord Lukan channel for, isn't it? Yeah, premium content. Over now to Independence Mo for Shonta and True. And sometimes there's no greater judge of someone's character than someone's mother.
She went to prison for robbery, and she was a character witness. And she also told some of the people that was involved in True's trial to go ahead and testify against them.
And this wasn't a big enough red flag? Combined with the big red he only dates white girls thing? He was 17 when he went in, and when he gets out, his body will have aged. But not that mentality. Then we get a little taste of that when he says,
They just threw half of my life away, you feel what I'm saying? The tribute to it, you feel what I'm saying?
And we're back to faults again, because clearly True's mum, whose moral compass does include shopping her own son for serious crime and ensuring he's been punished for it, is totally a horrible person who is responsible for him doing 13 years. He didn't just throw his life away on his own, you know, his mum and his sister did it too. Therefore it's totally not his fault and he can blame everybody else for being crap at being a criminal. Let's face it, you get a normal job and mess up, you get fired and find another one. And if you're not a very good criminal and you get fired from that job, you spend years in relative unemployment. True here, clearly not a very good criminal. Speaking of people who aren't very good at things, it's time for Creepy Rick and Samantha. And I'm so excited because one of my favourite things is about to happen. That's right, talent fans, Creepy Rick is gonna sing a song that he wrote. I love it when they perform. Get ready to fling your knickers in a stage with direction because here's a teaser.
My Samantha, I can no longer hide from my feelings deep inside.
Inside and hide. Wow, there's a power couple in poetry, you know. If the next lines contain the words together and forever, I think I might just have an aneurysm.
That was pretty... That's what it is.
It is, in fact, what it is, and what it is resembles Norman Bates on open mic night.
I know I didn't really want to talk to you just because I'm so upset.
After the big row the other night, though, Samantha tries to explain her feelings, while Creepy Rick pays absolutely no attention as he looks for his amazing lyrics.
You know, having bad conversations and arguing, and really the ball is in your court.
And it's not just a thing about that woman from the reunion that fancies him, you know. It's also about the fact he's still not done what he's told and gone to see her and buy her stuff. And after a couple of marriages and a few decades on the earth around women, Creepy Rick knows the precise words to put her at ease, to show her he's listened to her feelings and understands her perspective.
I know.
Anyway, who cares about that? I'm here for the singing.
I wrote a song. I wrote this. These are my lyrics.
Yeah, I'd probably try and blame someone else for those if I were you. I'd be like, well, you know, I did write some lyrics, but then some 5-year-old came along and rewrote them. And I didn't have time to rewrite it. Plus, you know, it's sweet and youthful naivety or something, you know. Bloody hell, that's an intro. Someone's probably been moving those strings around again, you know, messing them up.
My Samantha, I can no longer hide.
This is everything I wanted it to be. Have you ever seen someone play a guitar before, though? There's kind of a tune that he's singing and some kind of banging about on the strings, and maybe he could get those two things to kind of, well, you know, not sound shit. That would be great. But wait, that's just the first line, my little marshmallow. Strap yourself in for some more.
From my feelings deep inside, I just want to be with you.
Okay, I've got to read what he's written. Okay, so this masterpiece is called My Samantha. Then we've got those lines that he's had, and it looks like he's written the word smash. Then this bit didn't make the cut. What on earth could he have written that wasn't good enough to make it into the final cut? But that's not all. Here comes the big finish.
Please, Samantha, be my bride.
Hold on. That wasn't actually the big finish. A few dubious kind of notes, I guess you'd call those at the end, but yeah, maybe it's avant-garde or something. Did you notice he was picking the scratch plate and not the strings at the end? Good job, Rick. But yes, your shell-like ears did pick up the distinct sound of a man clutching at straws. He asked her to marry him, just because they hardly see each other. They have all the chemistry of oil and water. He has all the sensitivity training of a paving slab with mild concussion. And looks like he might smell like a musky cupboard, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't go ahead and just get engaged.
We get married and we start a life together.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I love a bit of romance. Still waiting for the romance to happen, mind you, but it does sound more like he's just booked her in for a set of new tyres.
I will marry you.
We'll do it.
Then he starts doing this weird thing. Not really sure what he's aiming for.
I'm so glad that I was able to...
Probably the ropiest attempt at crying this episode, but maybe if he rubs those eyes really hard, he'll get something that resembles a tear going.
Was able to find you on Google, you know.
Sounded more like he was yawning, really, but yeah, okay. I ordered the light cheese, actually.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And just in case you thought that Creepy Rick was just about crooning songs and suave guitaristing, he's actually a really deep thinker.
Sam and I have a unique relationship because we've known each other for a long time, even though we weren't in contact.
Hang on a second. I don't talk to 99.999% of the people I've ever met in my life. That doesn't mean I should go ahead and write them crappy songs and propose to them all. And how would Creepy Rick describe his relationship? Now, he's one of those poetic singer-songwriter types.
It's just like a fairy tale type thing.
Poetic. Flights are now boarding for the next trip to Las Vegas, where Andy Paddy has had a wicked night.
I hope that you're not disappointed that we didn't have sex.
Nah, yeah, he's totally fine with it. And then Andy Pandy goes ahead and spoils it all by saying something stupid like,
I mean, are you at a point where you can be in a committed relationship with me right now?
oh, I like his directness, but there's trouble and then there are questions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was reassuring. Good to know you're a slight improvement on being alone. And then Candice decides not to let Creepy Rick and Joey have all the fun fake crying. She's gonna give it a go too. And throw in some stuff about her kid just to drag out those tears.
But the one thing I want most of my life is my son. I don't care if I lived in a box just as long as I could talk to him.
But, you know, the $1,300 box you got will do just fine, will it?
Andrew leaves in 6 days. For me, it's gonna be easier because...
Back to Independence Mo, and Shonta is meeting Drew's family, and piously puts herself across.
I know I love True. I know I'm in love with True. It'll take a lot to change that.
Well, let's see what the mum and sister can do about that, shall we? Mum kicks off with a fairly kind, so you think you know him statement.
Until you see him in person, he'd just be a butthole.
Now, the sister is pretty clear about it too.
I don't think this gonna work out.
So the family confront Drew about his plans to live with his mother, when he's told Shonta he'll live with her.
That's what we heard.
And you know the family are onto him as the sister goes for the headshot.
Why didn't you propose to her is what I want to know.
I can't answer that.
If that isn't more red flags than a Chinese parade, I don't know what is. Final visit for Creepy Rick, who has leapt forward in time, and now he's getting married.
I don't even know where to begin. It's just like a fairy tale.
$90.08.
Wow, all that glamour and glitz. It must be like a fairy tale.
$90.08.
Yes, you know, a bit of a discount fairy tale with prisons and pawn shops.
This is what I've been waiting for my whole life.
$90.08.
But Creepy Rick's friend Ricardo, the Uber driver that Rick thinks is his friend because he drove him around on holiday, is on hand to give him advice and sow seeds of doubt at the same time.
You don't think she's a gold digger, do you?
No, I don't think so.
Just high maintenance?
Yes.
Well, it is totally different. A high-maintenance person needs stuff to be themselves, whereas a gold digger wants your stuff to themselves. Final trip of the day, and it belongs to Ayona, who managed to get a whole 30 minutes out of her 3-hour visit.
These people's playing in my face. Just take me home. I just want to go home, bro. All the I just want to go home.
And we come full circle to what I was saying about faults in the beginning. If you don't have at least 10 of them, then there's probably something wrong with you. Which does mean that we have to admit some faults in order to process the world and how it treats us. And as Ayona grasped the concept,
They don't care about your sanity. They don't care about your mental. They don't care about none of their bro.
nope. And before we go, dear friend, I wanted to share a couple of things with you. First of all, when I was making the video with my daughter, we also filmed a version where the roles were reversed. Please enjoy.
Would there be anything else?
Yes, do you have a Miss Piggy?
Also, during the filming, you might notice Simbo in shot for the running part, and I can't help but leave you with this little cameo. That is it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure crafting this video for you, and I hope you'll come and visit me again soon. So until we meet again, stay beautiful, love to my 3, and you take care of yourself.
Please subscribe now for our live. Thank you.